keep going. Y'all make some noise. Y'all make some noise. How you doing? This is old school, Mike. It's that Temptations, Mike. That ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. That ooh yeah. Nah, Trey Songz is the wrong comparison right now. Trey Songz is the new R. Kelly. Hell no. This Mike sexy as hell. This that soul glow, Mike. Yeah. How she do it? How do white lady do it? How do white lady do it? How do white lady do it come to America? What everybody drinking on? What y'all drinking on? Sangria. Look at all old dudes. I like y'all. Y'all smooth. Y'all.
Hey, this ain't, I ain't the old dude to fuck with, dude.
I was already doing it. I thought that was my dick the whole time. I thought that was my dick. I done found my dick. I done found my dick.
Well, what are you saying about your mama?
She got good taste. She got good taste. That's what's happening right now.
I told you I'm trying to eat brother.
Now let's get to it though. Who had COVID though? Who had COVID?
Shit, I had COVID.
That's what I like though. That's what I like. Bitch, most of the black people here, when COVID first came out, we weren't telling nobody we had that shit. Only way you found out a black person had COVID, you got on social media and all you saw was, y'all just pray for me and the family. I asked my dad, I said, Dad, you got the vaccine? He said, hell yeah. He said, you got it? I said, hell no. He said, why not? I said, they trying to kill us. He said, who was they? I said, that's what they said on Facebook. You know who they is. Anybody got the vaccine? Hell no. Hell no. Anybody got the Johnson? Okay.
I got one of them.
You got the booster shot?
I need it for work.
See, that's the same reason I got vaccinated for a job too. I was mad as hell, because as soon as I got vaccinated, I got fired. Oh, you gonna fire me? You gonna fire me? I done got the Johnson Johnson. And since I got the Johnson Johnson, I got a ball spot. I don't like this shit. I was blaming Johnson Johnson on my goddamn ball spot. I don't like when I try to go get like weed or like liquor or something. Let me see your ID. I said, what the fuck I'm supposed to be? 16 with a ball spot? I don't like it, man. Might smoke weed? Got weed smokers in here?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't smoke for real. I don't even smoke weed for real.
Okay.
I just like to ask that question, sound cool, because people don't trust me on smoke. For real, like you can be hurt for the first time, like, man, you know what? You got some weed? You like, hell yeah, now y'all smoking, now you gotta make a confession, like, I don't really fuck with your head like that. Cause we be having you hang around people you don't even like for real. We be having me thinking about stuff I don't even supposed to be thinking about. Like, do blind people believe in like love first sight? Or like love first touch?
You gonna say that over?
Hey, my bad, dude. He came in on some bullshit. Look, I just moved down here from Chicago though.
Oh, hell
Damn, what else?
We fuck with you?
Y'all
No, we don't.
Damn.
We fuck with you.
Why y'all fuck with Chicago?
Because her boyfriend from Chicago.
I ain't got no boyfriend. He got a wife. Okay. That ain't my boyfriend.
Okay. She gonna be on more in 2 years.
No, the fuck I ain't. You just kissed. No, the fuck I ain't.
Now I ain't gonna lie. You know what? I'm kind of glad this whole like pandemic happened. I'm kind of glad the whole like pandemic happened. You know, because it gave the teachers a break. When you got any teachers in here, shout out to y'all. Y'all some teachers? Nah. Like, I used to work at a school. I wasn't no teacher, nothing. I was just there. I was substitute for the substitutes. And we all know the substitutes don't get no respect. I remember my first day on the job. As soon as I walked in, all I heard was, "Oh shit! It's the nigga from Get Out." Come on, I can see that. It ain't even that funny.
It is. You do look like a...
I know. Chill. I want to respond to him, but he's like 6'6", 250 fucking pounds in 3rd grade. I'm like, you know what? If I get my ass beat on the first day, I ain't coming back. So I just found the weakest one in the classroom. I said, what the fuck is you laughing at, you fat ass little girl? Nah, that's my time, y'all. My name's Chad Rowe. Thank y'all for having me. I really appreciate it.
This first piece is entitled Skin Like Mine. We would love to share a word or two if you can spare the time. It'll be brutal, even though candy-coated inside this little rhyme. Truth be told, they only hated Obama because he had skin like mine. Now they're sucked up the butt of number 45, and it's the blind leading the blind. Make America great again. That has to be his favorite line. It comes from a time much worse than this to have skin like mine. You see, the America, and I spelled that with 3 K's, that he dreams about was not the same for those who look like me. We were stole away, worked like dogs for no pay, and fought wars for the land of the free. You see, we have never been her full citizens. They claimed we were only 3/5 of a man, broke our families apart, hung us from trees for sport. These things continue today. Let the church say amen.
Yes, Pastor.
It may seem like a new design, but it does the same things. They labeled it the school to prison pipeline. And once you see the numbers, you'll agree with me, it's not in favor of those with skin like mine. Now, this isn't a sigh of defeat. It's more a sigh of regret. You see, if you never knew, then how the hell can you forget? You see, history is crafted by those who are in a position of authority. So the tapestry they unroll may contain more than a hole or 3. It becomes a he said, she said, I may have said would, but meant wouldn't. Trump could tell the truth. Can you say couldn't? Lies ooze from his lips like shit through butt cheeks. At the last count, he was averaging over 50 lies per week. Now, so many white Americans still support him, smile and say he's doing fine. Claim they didn't know he disliked folks with skin like mine. The NFL players under his Twitter attack. Y'all mean that was just a mere coincidence that they were all black? The New York Five were innocent young black men. But little Donnie said they were the danger to white women instead of him. I won't rent to those people. They couldn't make my dad. Took his ass to court, took his money. He said them people were so bad. You see, the nut doesn't fall far from the tree. His father was a white supremacist. What did you think he would be? Still, you glance at your bank statement, smile and say he's still doing fine. We scream the question. Even though he hates those with skin like mine? Through your silence, you show you're part of the plan. Silence is complicity. Silence emboldens the orange man. He wages war on our friends, but dictators put him at ease. When he's around Vladimir Putin, he acts like a puppy dog bowing before his master's knees. Whatever Putin has hanging over little Donnie's head, you can be sure it's green like money or shows a shortcoming in bed. This is simply disgusting if what the report says is true. Now, we prefer our shower in water. Number 45 likes golden ones too. Now, we won't try to explain that when it sits upon a very narrow line. But it seems a good fit for that idiot who hates those with skin like mine.
Whoa. Okay.
This next piece is a little lighter. It's called Pretty in Pink, because pink is my favorite color. We thought everyone knew I shouldn't be shook. You still took my breath away with just one look. Smooth chocolate on the outside, pink blaze within. In just one glance, I've created a multitude of sin. You've done nothing different, this one's all mine. Pretty in pink is my weakness, it's trying to make me cross the line. It's more than color, I can see it with my nose. Its aroma is intoxicating, wrapping me in its soft folds. Lost in color, I almost miss what you're trying to say. Trying to make small talk while Pretty in Pink takes my breath away. You asked what did I want or what did I want to do. We thought I kept it to myself, but your face said I said it out loud too. I tried to explain what I said was not what I meant, but again the look on your face said you were way past bent. But I know who I am, what I can and can't do. I was simply lost in the moment, imagining doing those things with you. Pretty in Pink can make one forsake sacred vows we swore never to break. It starts in our head as an innocent thought. Too soon it takes over our main stage, no longer a subplot. Still hoping these thoughts remain in our head, but it's Pretty in Pink, so I said what I said. Thank you.
First, I'll start by saying that I'm an old spirit by heart. From the music to the films, yeah, the 70s. I can remember them. From Superfly to the Mac. When I was done, I thought I should be a part of that. From the hairstyles to the golden, the 70s. Yeah, those years were golden. Fast forward to now, and wow, it's so apparent. Now I sound just like my parents. My baby girl reminds me of me because she loved the 90s. From the music to television. In the 90s, you thought that's where she was living. That just lets me know the past can never end because she's me all over again. A young person with the old spirit. Any day from back then, she just had to watch her hear it. Because she loves that 90s sound, and it just confirms what goes around, come around. So I guess this pause has been sitting on my heart so heavy, because now I know the 90s are the new 70s. Okay, I'm gonna do this one poem. It's, you know, me and Christy, you know, for a long time, I've been trying to do some community work, because, you know, I come from the community, and I wrote this poem years ago. Like I said, I'm old, so this poem's probably 19, 20 years old. It's called Thugs to Men. And it's a organization I'm trying to get started where folks like me who come from the 90s, we can go back and teach these kids and how to not do the shit we did. It sounds like I've been trying to preach, but I don't be preaching. I've been trying to show y'all what not to do because I did it, and believe me, I paid for it from everybody. So this poem is called Thugs to Men. It goes like this. This is for those who are afraid to leave the streets alone, like baby stuff is wrong. You don't have to run and hide from the people. There's ways of making money that are legal. We're living in the world where they want to feel. Before most of the kids are 18, they're either dead or in jail. And this feeling sad for yourself, man, that shit gotta stop. Because even though we're from the bottom, we go rise our way to the top and use that same thug mentality to face these white men's realities. Now, to those D-boys out there, let's start to turn that dirty money good and put in black-owned business throughout our hood. Extinct or will be soon to be if we don't start preaching peace in the community. So listen up real close to the message I'm trying to send. It's time now that we stop being thugs and we all become men. Thugs. Okay, this next poem. Years ago, I wrote a poem saying that I don't sing because I can't sing. So I'm gonna ask my wife of 21 years, but she's gonna help me out on this one because she can sing. I came here with shackles on my hands and shackles on my feet, but I refuse to accept defeat. They took me away from my land. They took me away from my wife, trying their best to change my way of life. They want full control of my mind, my body, and my soul. So I take your weapons and I pick your cotton, but for my soul, sorry you feel because I'm God's child. So I can go through your hell. Yes, it's a fucked up feeling, but I learned to adapt like a chameleon. So while you're trying to make my life harder, I'm gonna show my sons and my daughters how to keep their heads above these troubled waters. I'm building I'm building that foundation, so in 400 years, my people will know it was their blood, sweat, and tears that built this nation, because I have a vision of a promised land where one day we are free black men. I know that it's not gonna come in my lifetime, but please, don't let them enslave your mind. Don't let them have us divided, because our strength is in because our duty is in strength. So we must remain united, because it's all gonna be because the strength comes when we united. Just remember that before it gets easier, life gets real harder. But
God is gonna trouble the water.
thank you.
She don't need that.
My name is Knowledge, and my mission is to open the third eye through both ears of the young people of America, to help them understand that the things behind the scenes are intentionally left unseen, so don't let it push you into some false sense of hysteria. And this gift that the Creator has placed in my mentals, I'll express through my speech, with hopes to arouse the unconscious minds of the youth I intend to teach. So when you see me on stage and hear these words so eloquently flow through me, don't just be caught up by the one-liners and the metaphors, but really listen to me. Because I'm here for a reason. And it's not just because spoken word is now in season.
Now,
Okay? Now that you know me. Shout out to, hey, any of you ladies need a makeup job, I'm gonna tell you right now, the greatest makeup artist in America is sitting right here in the front of y'all. I'm just gonna let you know. She always wear makeup, but Sarah's the bomb. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you need some Halloween makeup, some everyday wedding makeup, she got you right here. I'm just, she a beast, so. Good to see you. Sarah Myers. Oh, okay. The great.
Myers.
The great. So yeah.
You're a tree hugger though.
Yes.
She is a tree hugger too. Now that's true. She is. I'm stalling because I don't really know what I'm gonna do yet. So I'm trying to figure that out. Let's see. I'm gonna do two pieces. So the first one's what some will call a signature piece. Like this is my piece I wrote a while ago. It's called Stop Settling. Too often in life we fall into fake comfort zones. Putting up with bullshit from the person we sleep with cause you just don't want to be alone. Stop settling. Expect and accept only the best. And only the best will come. And ladies, stop giving that nigga a second shot of ass when the first time he didn't make you come.
Oh.
Stop settling for low-skill orals and compromisable morals and niggas that don't know the difference between pink and coral, and you need excitement in your life, but he just seems to bore you. And fellas, stop settling for teeth scraping your head, and a lack of freakiness in bed, and store-bought bread, and you said well done, but the meat was still red. Stop selling for a thug with money that's here today but gonna be gone tomorrow when you really want a strong career-minded man with a strong 401k. Fellas, stop selling for a chick that wants you to help out on 3 or 4 of her bills when you really want an independent woman that when you go out to eat, occasionally, she pays for the meal.
I do right here.
You see, you only get one ticket in life and tomorrow's no guarantee. So brothers, stop selling for the fucking army and really be all you can be. Stop selling for a J-O-B, because that stands for just over broke. Giving you a little air to breathe every other Friday just when you about to choke. You see, because your dreams are like your body and they need food to stay alive, and you don't want to be 70 saying what you should have done by 35. And stop settling for the person you with. I mean, unless that's the person you want. And stop trying to change him or her, because in the end, you probably won't. And parents, our children, they mimic our acts. Like when we curse in front of them, they curse behind our back. So if you keep settling, not going after what you really want, you can blame yourself when your kids don't. Thank you.
Yes.
I wrote this piece like right before February 14th, and the name of it is it's called Good Pussy. Yeah, you heard it right.
It's called what?
The name of the poem is called Good Pussy.
Okay.
Okay.
And the lady in the back said he must be talking about me. So I'm just telling you what the poem name is. I ain't said nothing yet.
Hey, we'll let you know at the end of the night.
He said we'll let you know at the end of the night. I don't mean to start nothing. Okay. Back to the poetry.
I can just sit right now. Go ahead, girl. Get up and go sit here.
It's extremely difficult to explain the divinity and near-death experience with getting some good pussy. But I'll try. You see, it's the wetness and the moisture dripping with anticipation. It's the looseness, yet tightness gripping your imagination. It's that exhilarating feeling that we search for that has maintained the population. See, good pussy's not a member, but should be a part of the United Nations. You see, imagine 6 muscles working in concert like an Alvin Ailey dance collective. 5 inches or 10 inches. Good pussy will change your perspective. Remember that feeling you got when you hit that game-winning shot? Good pussy feels better. Remember that trip you took to the Caribbean when the water was so deep, blue, and wet? Well, good pussy is wetter. It's similar to that feeling that crackhead got the first time he hit that rock. You see, good pussy will have that ex-boyfriend constantly circling the block. You see, good pussy will have you searching for it in the daytime with a flashlight. Good pussy will have that nigga with no hands and non-confrontational all of a sudden ready to fight. You see, good pussy. Oh, man. Okay. Good pussy. That nigga with your hand. I'm sorry, I ain't never been fucked up on the stage. Y'all is crazy tonight. Oh man, where was I?
Good pussy.
Okay. Good pussy will have that non-confrontational nigga with no hands all of a sudden ready to fight. You see, good pussy is undefeated. Food, water, shelter. But good pussy is also needed. Good pussy will have you, I can't remember the words because I'm fucked up right now. I swear to God. I swear to God.
That good pussy, you think
I can't even do it. Man, thank you and good night.
You say that I've been acting, yeah. Funny how I fight you through the school, yeah. But you're the one who's double dipping, yeah. You can slap me how I got you slipping up. You're on the beat, run me my keys. Know about the liberty, yeah. I ain't even got the message. New phone, who is it? Brand new, like the whip, negative, roses, main bitch, I ain't average. Wake up, innocent, Hennessy, take a sip, look at my cheeks, I'm too big, I ain't got a room for extra baggage. So don't forget to come and pick up your feelings. Don't leave no pieces, you need to hurry and pick up your feelings. And while I'm cleaning, Lord please, I'll be there. Memories, polishing, you can keep it. Oh, don't forget to come and pick up your feelings. Alright, I hear ya. I'm trying to find a book to give you. Run out of chances of forgiving you. Listen, I ain't listening, just so you can go and break my heart again. I'll learn my lesson. Oh, and I ain't coming back. And you're missing what you had now. I bet I'll expect to know how to new phone. Who is it? Contact, don't exist. See the right, call it bitch. Gas way too expensive. No more benefits, proper. Feel that it's hot, no grip. I ain't got no room for extra baggage. Don't forget that shit, we really still be missing them, right?
Yeah, you know that.
You do all of that so they come pick up their feelings and then you sit at home like, I miss him.
That's because the only thing that Trump.
Right.
That's because the only thing that Trump good pussy is good head.
Alright, so this next song is called Still in Love. Hold on.
Okay, you're the right one. So many girls again.
Summer night, drinking wine by the fire, catching up. No, you're looking good. Wish I could tell you I was over us, but I get high every night when I'm all alone, 'cause it helps me forget that I'm feeling love. I told you I was doing fine, it's a lie, and you should know. And if you want the truth, I'm still in love with you. No matter what I do, I'm still in love with you. I told myself I don't care who you're with, I'm losing my mind. Yeah. I picture you making love to someone else. Tell me why. 'Cause I get drunk to shut off all these memories. Then I wake up and they come running back to me. So have your fun, I'll give you love, I guess you won, and I messed up. And I'm acting a fool, 'cause I'm still in love with you. No matter what I do, I'm still in love with you. Oh, tell me you want me to, 'cause I'm still in love with you.
Makes minds mental, makes ever so severe seem sentimental. So quirky, quite quintessential. Cued is distress and that's detrimental. Illuminated, literated allegories that are influential with the style that's so impeccable, so indispensable, yet so damn incredible, yet so despicable. Like how is he so damn lyrical? Maybe it's at a young age where kids thought I was strange and deranged. With life caught up in a maze, I'm so amazed that I came out okay. Believe it as it may, I never been the same ever since I became a factor in this rap game. Many things have changed while staying focused what I made. Never severed what I thought was the way, rather it was right or it was a plight or dismay. That's my monumental mental.
Yes!
Sydney Sangria, how the hell are we?
Great!
My name is Nick Gibbs from the 316. I'm just a Wichita kid who spits quick, you know what I'm saying? And so, a little bit about me, I'm a hip hop artist. I'm not really much of a poet, but I'm gonna go a cappella with you guys tonight, so you're gonna hear some crazy punchlines. Now, I have my microphone, so I'm gonna be moving around, so let's hope the camera guy can follow, alright?
Okay.
So if you guys want me to rap some more, can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah!
It's my kid right here, why y'all cursing? Alright, now here's something here. Now that I told you what's on my mind, let me tell you something about the limelight, alright? See, they always ask what's life in the limelight. Well, it's alright if your rhyme's tight. It's a harsh game of life, and they play right. Makes you harness your skills on the mic like. It's your last chance to get the crowd hype. If you give it your all, then you never fall, right? But that's just me, cause the industry, if you let it, will eat you alive, push you aside. But my skills have been embedded, and I never sweated, never second guess it with my own discretion. This game is my possession, so get along with your transgressions, be gone along with your ego fueled perception. I refuse to be succumbed to deception, yet a limelight's nice, but it's just another misconception.
Right.
Okay, Nick.
Not too bad, not too bad. I'm gonna go up a little bit more. I got a little bit of a cadence, so I'm gonna chop it up in a little bit, okay? So here's another one. I did a feature with my buddy Ray G's on this one. This one's called Counterfeit. You ready?
Ready. Yes,
All right, here we go. See, I was riding in my Chevy thinking on the hating. I keep it pacing, never second guessing if I'll make it, or what I do or what I did. The motto is, it is what it is. I just handle mine and not handle his. I be killing beats, keep the same energy. Yeah, you notice me, and I got the time to speak, so we the beast to say the least. A monster off the leash, you keep dogging top pedigree. You biting on my style, you'll catch the Ray beats. Pretty fire, right?
Yeah.
See, here's part two. You ready? No, hold on now. See, you beast awakened nerves, getting slayed with words, getting served, it's so obscure. You LaFers can't concur with just occurred, it's so absurd. Got it out the dirt, so I gotta earn what I deserve. Yeah, I put in that work. Ooh.
Okay.
Sheesh. Because, you know, I'll be flowing with the emphasis, be shining photosynthesis, but with the simple sentences, you don't get what the premise is. Get out my premises and mind your manner, kids. You claiming that you're 100, but you're another counterfeit. Ooh. Single season on that one. What y'all think? Not too bad. He's like, God damn, this dude right here. Yeah. Anywho. One last one. Nah, I got two more. Let me do one more for you, and then I'm gonna go to another one, but I'm gonna need you guys' support on that one. So y'all stay tuned, okay? So, see, I'm with it when I go and get it. Gotta get it where I make it fit it. See, y'all told me kill it. I'm about to go sick with it. Feeling witty when I'm ready. When I go in and I rip these lines and the haters acting shifty. While I go in it swiftly to rip it to dip it, divide. Back at the back and to kill these raps. Start calling them krillin'. My freestyle better than your writtens. Don't got a 2-3, but I got a 4-5. Winning when it's go time. Hate it when I go shine. Watch it like it's prime time. I'm an animal, a cannibal, but like a manimal, a Hannibal. I eat the speed up like a cantaloupe. You subversive the shit and on the game. We are not the same. I'm a Martian, an artist, regardless I'm starving. About to hit him with the hunger strike. I sign these lambs and I feed them to my pigs. I know when that it's feeding time. Now watch it go and eat you alive. Now here's the best part right here. It's crazy.
You got her hot, man.
Yeah, spit hella quick and I needed to acclimate. Flows hella chick, man, the favorites that gravitate. Wish you could do this, someone the haters to simulate. Actively act as one, I'm gonna actively activate. Establish the sermon, I'm on the surface to simulate. A proper procedure to populate. Real recognize, real soul, breathe, evaluate. Against actions that can aggravate. Notice how my rhymes can alliterate. Just take another, get in line. Standing tall in my own shrine. Strategize and capitalize, and I bring the heat and I emphasize that no one is doper than I.
All right.
Alright, can I talk my shit?
Talk your shit!
Okay, you guys gotta follow my energy, so when I say it, you say it back to me, okay? Talk your shit, talk your shit, talk your shit, say it.
Talk your shit! Talk your shit! Talk your shit! Say it!
Oh, come on. Talk your shit, talk your shit, talk your shit.
Talk your shit! Talk your shit! Talk your shit, Nick!
Big dog wanna talk my shit. Table the true kick, co-sign this. I'm elevator, record breaker, innovator, simulator, innovator, vent, perpetual a little bit. Now no sis, watch how I talk my shit. I'm an innovator to these simulators. I'm an elevator like an elevator, real demonstrator to these impersonators. Now listen to the sound they fit. Cenosis, you notice my synopsis, the dopest, the notice, the coast components. Proponents to seek it devotion with lyrical gnosis. They go in and hold it, promote it. Big things come on my way, busting up that frame. Go in high octane and you can't contain and you can't detain and you turn into fame, but you can't obtain. See, now I'm going off the chain. You dusty crusties can't touch me, you musty, trust me when I'm busted. Bitch, please. See the way I speak? I'm more like keep to sneak, just tell me when to go. Yeah, my flow so cold, I'm colder than Freon. You can keep your opinion, you be on, I'm peon, and I'm beyond what you be on. Damn, bro, my flow so cold. You say froze bow with spit it flows up and down like a yo-yo or a go. I'm a sensei in the dojo. In case you didn't know, name Nick Gibson. You gotta know, hi guys, bye guys. No, sis, I gotta go. Not too bad. Well, that's the end of it for me, guys. I appreciate y'all. Nick Gibbs for the 316. NickGibbs316.com is where you can find my shit, or you can Google me.
With red flag margins bordering blue lines, leaving paper cuts on the surface of my heart. Translation. It was painful, but not that deep. Finally, I've begun to sleep. Far from rest, but never too far from the questioning, at least. Now consciously, I no longer let these questions ring like calls from telemarketers asking about warranties. Girl, honestly, I dove off that cliff for you. Because at the time, I was losing my shine and thought so little of me. And relax, I take accountability. I don't blame her for what I chose to do, nor am I into self-deprecation. I realize what we did takes two still. Our hearts grew close as I would deliver jewels I gleaned from experiences experienced with a darkened view. I should have been more careful and protected myself. This affair was a one-time heist. Our friendship could have been generational wealth. My soul wanted to help you. My sincerity wanted to see you set free. My depression never felt more calm than when in your arms praying your lives were for him and not for me. Tragedy. How deeply in love with you I've become. Sick. The sacrifices I was willing to engage in, the adversity I was preparing to overcome. Lusting for a shred of affection. Connections between our bodies screamed there was nothing to which I succumbed. Unless that's what you needed. Yeah, my heart is still bleeding, but I'll tell you what. Initially it felt like a Ginsu to the gut, only to be revealed as paper cuts. This piece of bandage. You are not a bullet wound. I am not an island. All this water makes it hard to stand in, but you won't convince me that I'm strangey. Right, wrong, or in between. I fell in love with your everything. So if you're meant to be mine, I hope the time won't be long. And if not, the soundtrack on the way to my next spot will be this song. It takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. Thank y'all. Poem.
You got it, girl.
You got your work badge on. I know if you.
Hi. My name is Miss J, and I'm an addict.
Yes.
I'm sorry to say I'm still using, but before you start to judge, let me explain why this drug I keep abusing. See, I met him at the mic. Okay. I was spitting my rhymes and he was the finest thing in sight. My curiosity got the best of me and I thought, what harm could come from just one night? Now I call him Mr. Dope Man. And it ain't drugs he's slanging. He has something mean in them jeans that kept me coming back. I ain't a dope fiend, but he had me addicted like crack one taste. And I needed another hit. And another hit. And told him why he had this shit. Roll up another spliff. There's no point in checking me in if you have, because this drug, I will never quit. I call him Mr. Dope Man. But it ain't drugs he's slanging. He had me addicted to addiction and I was speaking his language. See, I like the way his verbs would roll off my tongue and I lap up all his juices and swallow his nails as he would come. It was so good. He had me calling late in the midnight hour just to give me some. Nice way when I was going out. When he denied me access like a kid throwing a tantrum, I was showing out. Mr. Dope Man had me hooked from the very first hit. And only he could supply a high that would satisfy his fix. I call him Mr. Dope Man, cause he had me starting to see spaceships, starting to see spaceships on baby. I might as well been a bass head. He had me losing my mind, my marbles and a few loose screws, all just off a dope head, and I became a fiend for that shit. Talking so bad, I would call late night and beg for just the tip. He gave me a euphoric pleasure the way that product applied pressure, and I was wetter than Niagara Falls. See, I was in pure bliss as I dripped when he was knocking down my walls. But Mr. Dope Man got me in too deep. Daydreaming in the daylight and fiending for it when I was asleep. I was hooked, and he became my only supplier. It seemed like with each shipment that came in, it always seemed to take me higher. I called him Mr. Dope Man because one hit and I was jumping off the deep end, not wanting to be free of this addiction, so the monkey on my back, he became my best friend. I pledged to be drug free. Now I'm an avid user and abuser thanks to the Dope Man feeding me my habit. He had the best supply in town, and I always had to have it. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Okay, so it's alright if I talk a little shit.
Talk your shit, girl.
Alright.
It's the dope man.
I may not be the best at math, but what I do know is 1 + 1 = 2, and a lot of the shit that y'all do just don't add up to me. So let me get this straight. You'll fuck her, but won't love her. Even with the possibility that you can make her a mother, you lie up being intimate but send sentiments and well wishes when those 2 lines pop up on the stick. So you'll give her dick but won't send flowers, want her to call you king but don't possess that power. You pretending to be her knight in shining armor to get the panties when in reality you're just a coward. You want her to let you lead, but you have no direction. You want her to be gentle, yet you show no affection. You want her at your beck and call, but getting you to do simple shit at all is out of question. Sis. So you'll lay with him, but won't pray for him. Want him to cater to you, won't fix a plate for him. You want to get dolled up and go on dates, but when his pocket's low, you won't even pay for him. What you'll really take from him. Want him to be patient, but you won't wait for him.
Talk your shit.
You want him to be a family man, but in yours, you got him feeling like there is no place for him.
Talk to that ass.
You want him to open up.
Oh, you wasn't saying nothing a minute ago.
You want him to open up, and then you tell his business. You want him to be faithful, but you hiding digits. What is this? We just out here swapping bodily fluids like soul ties don't exist. We being negligent with our sexual energies without the thought of wanting to commit. We out here asking for shit that we can't provide. When karma comes, we quick to try to hide. I said we doing shit and not owning up to our actions. We causing each other pain, but we want satisfaction. See, we having sex and calling it love. Don't want no babies, but we use no glove. And this just don't make sense. It's time I venture to new waters because the baby pool is full of people. See, our problem is we be wanting to take and take, never wanting to give. Our problem is we be wanting to take and take, never wanting to give, forgetting that a relationship is 50-50, right? Until I can't carry my load, so now it's 40-60, or I gotta pick up some of his slack, so it's 80-20. I know I'm mathing right, y'all. Keep up with me. A relationship is about balance. We supposed to have each other back. So in the areas I lack, you supposed to pick up my slack. See, the problem is you want your partner to take 100% of the load all the time while you sit back and relax, and a real relationship don't work like that.
Talk your shit.
So I have one more piece for y'all, but in the meantime, if you like it, I'm not gonna shout out my IG or Facebook. Just come and see me. I won't bite unless you ask me to. So I'll be here all night. Please come and talk to me afterwards. So he told me that I can't give y'all much because I am the feature for next month.
We know you can hook these.
So he was like, just give him the nipple and then get off the stage, right? So it's okay if I do a few of my poetic quickies for y'all? Yes. 1. Bare backs pressed upon cold kitchen tiles. We never made it to the bedroom. Instead, he laid me down like his favorite spread, filling my buns with meat and mayo, finishing me off without manners. Excuse you. 2. He said he wanted the neighbors to hear how his name falsettos off my tongue, never faltering as he beats me like the drums of a Sunday praise session. 3. He has me questioning if I I'm in love? Or is it his beard? Like, is it his beard? Like, if he shaved his face, would I still want to sit on it? Yes. Would I still want to wrap my legs around his neck, place one hand in the air, the other in his hair, and ride his tongue like a rodeo? I don't know, but I know he fucked me so good, I almost forgot that the nigga wasn't mine.
And this brother right here, I'll tell you, I don't even want to talk him up too much. I just want to let him do his thing, man. I saw him for the first time about 6 months ago, and ever since I've been blown away. Every time I see him perform, he seems to elevate every single time. I told y'all, he's all the way from Tulsa. He has an EP out currently right now, Pressure Cookers. So if you dig what you hear, make sure y'all tap in and y'all support this brother. If you're ready for your feature artist of the night, let me hear you say, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Come on, we got to get more energy than that. This the feature. Let me hear you say, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Drinking well, drinking well. Right. A long time ago, I learned to start drinking poison when my pain got too thirsty. So it's bourbon cubes to confuse, whiskey to aid distress. A functioning alcoholic, I am empty drunk off empty achievement and regret. 6.5 somersault with a full twist with a perfect no splash entry. Pow! I've been a gold medalist deep dive for a long time now. And the flawless hit pulls up. God, I'll never do this shit again. Backstroking into mama, I'm so sorry, I ain't shit of a man. See, searching for a delimited complex biopsy, see, I lost a piece of mind. A boy searching for a vicinity of simplicity, yeah, I lost a piece of mind. A destroyed disguise, I'm still working it out. A suffering Christian, still sniffing after the leftover communion wine. But don't you dare stare at me like that, with those type of eyes. Judging me like my mom's pastor used to. Like you ain't never tasted your own sweet, simple sorcerer, Stockholm syndrome, and kept sipping until you was full off your own shame. A great swimmer. No. Great drinker. No. A thinker. In fear of drowning, even though I'm infatuated with deep water, what they say, sober thought come from a drunk tongue. And us black men, we have to heal ourselves. So with this medication, I also like to roll up. Boys like to roll up. So I like to smoke. So I pour this motherfucker up, all while smoking an L. Cause I love to live this labyrinth life that looks so lucid to me, just my lethal liquid elixir. See, it's my prescription. I just like to breathe, leave a little bit, because even the dreams of my 8-year-old eyes can still see my uncle beating the shit out of his wife. Dragging her from the back room to living with his E&J cologne scoring the scene. And I can still see the terror in her eyes, looking sunk deep into her head, reaching for me for help. But see, he's my favorite uncle, so I just turned around and keep eating my Captain Crunch. See, it's my coping mechanism. I just smiled and drink. A medicinal medicine cabinet full of 151 sitting right next to a Bible. My story is simple. I've been born again with bourbon burning in the back of my brain. I'm trying to get away from my own abuse, but I can't find a corkscrew to get loose. So, and you know what's brothers, we'll say, I'm good, bro, I'm good, bro, all the way into depression. Right. And it seems like these double shots of Jameson is plenty salty with tears, that's the chaser. And my tear-soaked pillows have graduated now from this peace, this peace that I'm looking for. I know somebody got it. Cause I've been prayed for this shit through the night for this shit. So homicide gave my life for success, so I took a life for this shit. I'm turning myself upside down with no drops left, Lord. Please don't cut me off yet. I heard that drinking can take away the pain. So I'm still searching. I'm still looking for that gap. So bourbon cues to confuse, whiskey to aid distress. A functioning alcoholic I am, drunk off empty achievement and regret. So, my bad. So here's cheers to everyone in here who don't know how to swim.
Let me put it down.
So along with drinking, I brought it up earlier, who likes to smoke? Yeah. Well, you know, all of us have our vices. And our vices connect to dealing. And all of us have our ways of dealing, right? The thief, what's the thief called? The klepto? Is it klepto? Yeah. The klepto, the gambler, the alcoholic, the sexaholic. We have our ways to deal, and some of them might be healthy and some might not be. And me, well, I like to get high. Oh, I love to get high. I have my pen to carry me. I write and get lost. But this ink comes to rescue me. I've been unfaithful, but God pulls this hell from me. This fiend in me. And the devil be on me and him 2 times 2 tons 2. So it's mine, all mine, all mine. These worldly burdens of mine got the terrible twos. See this addict? He a man trapped in a ram behind the mirror. Frightened the feelings of feeling inferior, he finds comfort with liars who tell lies in a world full of liars. The lies become uniform, become the only attire. You know how you can't see the good in you, but you let others speak your demise. My adolescence, the address where I learned how to write. And so I've been lost and stay lost in this crown royal bag full of dope. I mean, this bag full of hope. I mean, this bag full of spoken anxieties where I scream into confessions to make a prostitute turn rose. This shit just be, calling me. And so I answer. It's also beautiful medicine. Most beautiful medic I ever seen. As God's abstract paintings, airbrush bullets, in the mocha melanin landscapes of best friends, unknowingly becoming beautiful masterpieces. See, I've been busy. I've been busy phonetically fighting with family because they can finally read my thoughts. Maybe I'm not getting better. I just pull out my pen before it leaves me like everything often does, everything that we love. And fuck Shakespeare because my ink is blacker than his summer days. Because in mine, black bodies hang. So I push mountains of dopeness through these veins. My mind's demons screaming all over a page. Shit, I'm high right now. And constantly being complimented on being a great father, but I ain't shit. Because I hurry my babies to sleep early just so I can write about their dreams. You just don't know what this shit be doing to me. I was once told that one day I'll have to stand before God and account for all the gifts he's given me. So the shit right here, I said, the shit right here? I said, the shit right here, my nigga? The shit right here? I let exploit my desires and let loose these fears. Column so raw, I'll roll your favorite slave owner and snort a few, because my cerebellum, watch this nigga. My cerebellum, a mix between Damien The Shining and Freddy Krueger. That's Damien, Shining, and Freddy Krueger. A child surrounded by satanic forces that grew into a writer with visions of the past who couldn't stop dreaming of a horrific future. Shit. Oh my God. Allow me to do another line. I tried to find some revelation among revelations, but God's dictation couldn't stop me from writing. Writing my own obituary as a pastime, thinking of past times when I had time and this pen's filament was filled with my ashes. Meant to fill life's caskets with beautiful sonnets like hold your mother a little longer. Tell your wife you love her way more often. Kiss your baby's cheeks into their sore and understand that contentment doesn't always mean complacency. Give yourself more roses. So I'll sign this intervention in front of y'all, but not with a pen, but a paintbrush, because I plan to rearrange how these motherfuckers paint us. So I write, and I write, and I write, and I write. Then, Scott, I go get the copyright. So at least all the vulnerabilities that I have will at least forever be all mine. Oh, I love to get high. I have my pen to carry me. I write and get lost, but this ink comes to rescue me. I've been unfaithful, but God spills his hell from me. Hello, my name is Courtney McLean, better known as Mac Woods. I'm just a fiend of the high. And within these vices, it's change. You know, we're looking for change. And so I lift weights a little bit. And so I equate lifting weights to life. You break down that muscle, you rest, and then you build it back up.
Period.
All of it is change. And people were, you know, they asked me what my alias comes from. It comes from change. Mac Woods. Woods. Derived from my favorite Kappa man, Lawrence Piney Woods Jones. Now with a noose around his neck and flames under his feet, he spoke words so eloquent that the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan, released him and even put some money towards his dreams, and see that inspired me. Inspired me to spit. To spit lucid, liquefied, lysergic acid, wordplay that makes Lucifer regret living a life of sin. I'll slow it down for you. It inspired me to spit. To spit lucid, liquefied, lysergic acid with wordplay that makes Lucifer regret living a life of sin. See, it's like a Malcolm Little joined the nation, got released from jealous ex, went into the world and saw it, and was like, nah, I'm gonna turn back into X. So a wise man once said nothing. So I closed my mouth as tight as Big Mama's hugs and let my soul speak and spit eloquent reminders of your royalty. Ladies and gentlemen, I got that good D. I got that good D. I got that good D. That deep, disgustingly devoted, disenslaving distinction of a dynamic determination. But I'm not a rapper. No. I'm not a rapper, nor a drug dealer. See, I'm a thinker at large. Who grew from an Oklahoma City latchkey kid into a Souls of Black Folks monologue meets the Dapper Dan Fall Winter catalog. Excuse me. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Mac Woods. And the Mac, yeah, it's a family name with McLean. But it also means man articulating change. Okay. Good evening. Y'all hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm not gonna use a mic. Kind of restricts me a little bit. Y'all good? Yeah. Y'all have a good time so far? Yeah. All right, cool. I'm gonna do some more poems for you. All right, so this right here is Pressure Cookers. This is my new album. I had an EP I dropped in 2021, and this one was birthed to life. Really talking about my girls. I was on a podcast. I have a 7 and 6-year-old. They are spoiled as hell. It's my fault. And we were talking about men and the pressures that we have. And so a pressure cooker is a tight sealed pressure, a pressure situation where it takes less liquid, less energy, and less time than your regular cooking methods. But the thing about the pressure cooker, it's faster and somewhat easier, but it's more dangerous. Matter of fact, it explodes way more often than your basic kitchen fires. So excuse me. So think about it. The things that make the pressure cooker explode. 1, poor ventilation. Stay with me. 2nd, putting the wrong things inside of it. Right? And 3rd, when the pressure gets too high and you're turning the pressure down, if you don't know how to do it, it'll explode. And that reminded me of black men. So this is one of my featured tracks on the album. It'll be everywhere. See, the machine cooks move fast, but it's dangerous and it explodes. And so I always felt like that's just like the black man. Without venting, evolving from the stove. Evolving from the stove, this machine, man, is looking to stay soft as possible, but have hard, structured boundaries, right? And so we're trying to evolve from the already design. So I've never been afraid of dying. I'm afraid of not being capable. And these failed, safe, secured insecurities will have you afraid of dying because you're afraid your obituary and your tombstone will read like eloquent resumes. So we're worried about our legacy constantly. And that's the issue for me. And like many black men in here, if you're not talking about striving constantly, then you're looked at like you ain't shit. And that's something that I'm constantly dealing with. So we dial the time. We dial the time between trying to be the perfect daddy on earth and trying to save the earth all at the same damn time. And so, because what they say, if you don't work, you don't eat. And if you're a man and you're not a part of the solving, then you are the problem. So we grind. We grind. Grind all the time. Grind is to wear out, wear down, or crash. And most men in here, naps seem like death traps. So we look at slumber like the equivalent of poverty. And then we're taught early that we don't be in the kitchen. It's woman's work. So we stay outside. We're stalemated grill mates, never focused on the internal therapy that's going on the inside. So yeah, we can cook up to 250 degrees. A pressure cooker can cook up to 250 degrees, but right at that 250, you can also explode. So the moral of that is, just because you can do it does not mean that it's healthy. Yeah. That's pressure release. So being a black man and discussing it, so this is for black men, but it's not just for our ears. Because Queens, y'all want to know the insight on what we're thinking. Y'all want to know how we're moving. So on this album, I have all types of different men. I have men, veterans, fathers, husbands, and shout out to Jasmine Sullivan. She kind of inspired the way I structured it. Y'all know hotels? Mm-hmm. Okay. She inspired it because she gave such just blunt interviews with these women. And I was like, that shit would be fire, but we need black men to do that.
No, for real.
So we need black men to be blunt. We need them to be truthful. We need to be real. So I got brothers, like I said, veterans.
Women to shut up.
we got some of that on there too.
Okay, cool.
We got some of that on there too. So when you hear the project, I just hope that it touches you in the manner that, oh, they talking about some shit that I've never said out loud. I mean, I even have a brother on there who identifies LGBTQIA. He's talking about being gay and black and what he's had to deal with in society. So it dwells into all of that. But as in being a pressure cooker, we look at having to save everybody else. Everybody want a superhero. Everybody want a Superman. But who saves Superman? Right?
Wonder Woman?
Nah. Turn it up a little bit. So this was gonna be on the album, but I couldn't get the sample cleared. But it was fired up. Superman. Everybody wants Superman, but Superman ain't real. Our Lois Lanes can't bear our type of pain. The Superwomen have their own elves of kryptonite, and our Wonder Woman, she can't see past her invisible walls. See, yeah, I was born with powers, but I shower with my insecurities because my wife, I don't want her to hear her Aqua King drowning in the bathroom. Yeah, I'm bald, and I'm a professor, but I can't read her mind. or magnetically manipulate this attraction we used to have. See, I can't magnetically manipulate this attraction. And see, her learning my love language seems like a cyclopic dialect. She acts like it would kill her for us to see eye to eye. Microaggressions into the end game, but you know, happy wife, happy life. So I let her take the last stand. And it's never a marvel how we get DC. You know, DC, disconnected, conflicted with dysfunctional codependency, because women, some of y'all are women, y'all be poison. Some of y'all women be poison. Ivy, vengeful vixens that man hunt with their ex-men in mind, and then we go rogue. We go rogue, night crawling into the dark side. Dodging fantastic four fingers and eternal emeralds, so we either vanish or become mute and married Logan, skin broken with deceiving people because we're supposed to heal quick. But how strong can I be how strong can I be when I'm blue too often? The mystique of men morphing into blind daredevils, feeling attracted to the heat because we can't feel anymore. In the Hell's Kitchen, caged to be lukewarm heroes with Thor problems. You know, Thor problems, only I can lift them up, and then when I throw them away, they just come right back. Superman ain't real. Superman ain't real. And we're supposed to have, men are supposed to have insect-sized emotions, but be able to carry 8 arms full of disappointment and develop a taste of generational trauma, but we run away from feeding therapy, so we spit venom and only wear a dark mask, and then we're afraid to kill the jokers that torment us because we really are afraid to function without them. Fast as the speed of light. And but you know the thing about being black and fast, we threaten everything.
That's right.
We threaten everything unless it's on a court field or carrying a ball, balled up with garbage garments stockpiled into an Iron Man with less resources, a Shaquille Steele, if you will.
I got it.
Raised in a house full of gambits, dealing all too well with dealing. Clark Kent can't do shit.
I'm talking about
Period.
y'all hear it?
Clark Kent can't do shit. But lives are lost when you don't wear the cape. A telephone booth full, imploding from the blackest atoms. See, everyone wants a hero.
Yeah.
But who saves the Man of Steel? Yeah, they want a Superman, but Superman ain't real.
Come on.
So being Superman, you know, it's you know, we're gonna do that anyway. You know, I mean, to be a grown man, you know, and trying to push to be greater, or you know, how society looks at you. We don't get to be secure. We are the security. And so when we take that on, you know, pain and struggle is inevitable. But suffering is optional. And that reminds me of the first piece of game. That's the first piece of game that I got from my uncle. So I was 8 years old. And you know, I get a little bit, may he rest in peace, I got a little game from him, you know. He had his taco meat out with his gold chain laying on it. And a Newport, with his gold tooth, Newport hanging for dear life. And we in his garage, he's teaching me for the first time how to play bones, right? And so with my little 8-year-old hands, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to put it together. And he leans in on me and he says, "My nephew, life gonna be a bitch that you're gonna have to learn how to live with." And see, I'm an 80s baby. I grew up under, right. I grew up under Mike Tyson Punch Out, Jordan 5s with the tongue out, eating Chico sticks, playing hide and go get it, catching fireflies under the tree. And nigga knocking. Y'all remember nigga knocking? Yeah. Knock knock. 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 Not knocking on doors that only open up from the inside. Not knocking on dark-skinned shellac because we're primary targets in their eyes. Not knocking on buried emotions because we was only taught to be hard in emotional times. Not knock on hosts for help, but who you gonna call when the cops is the one doing the drive-bys? Come on. Okay. Come on now. And school is in, but the bell went off, so we got hooked. We so cool. We so cool as black hosts in Hitler housing, hunted down like hunting at 18 with his hands held high, and maybe Hampton at 21 hung while hibernating. We black boys get shipped and mailed to manhood with the wrong address. That's either priority blackmail or blackmail. A whole bunch of lost sons with no father figures, so we grow up and run away from opportunities to be father figures. Ironically, I was always obsessed with being a father figure. And my mother seen another obsession I was had. And that's the green. I was obsessed with more green, but my drug dealing uncles had more yards. And see the corner looking like the PGA Classic. But who's really the addict? The drug dealer or the addict? When either way, crack is winning the Masters. And see, but whoever sells the panic sells the pill. Whoever sells the panic sells the pill. And we get lost running after GQ that's genocide quick, and they rook our lost bishops and throw us over the roof. Checkmate, nigga. Now, I'm 8 years old, trying to work and trying to count up the bones, right? And he leans in on me and he said, "Hey, nephew, study long, study wrong." And maybe my studious ways brought me to my why. Cause I do community service. I'm a teacher. I do all these things. I teach like I'm chasing after the ghosts of the educators that I never had. Why I do this work? Because even at 13, I used to have dreams of my wake. I used to have nightmares of my wake. Like my mama holding my future babies while they screaming, "Why daddy won't get awake?" So I became furious. This boys in the hood became furious. Became furious with knowledge in the kitchen, edging tray up, trying to work, awake these waves up, dreaming the waves out, but I keep dying on Ricky's mama's couch. Why I do this work? Come on, man. Why I do this work? Because I am man articulating the manuscript, dear black boy, breaking you through the universe's third wall when he hears the height of his possibilities for the very first time. Why I do this work? Because at 38, I'm figuring out that my freedom won't be free, y'all. And I need y'all to pray for me. Because I think one day I'm gonna have to pay for all these thoughts. See, so my uncle, at this point of the lesson, or him putting me on game, I'm pissed off and I'm done. I'm ready to quit. He said, "Nephew," he gets real deep on me. What, uncle? He says, "Never run away from the pain. Go towards it." And he says, "Oh, one more thing, nephew." What, uncle? He said, "Come here. Down the nose, little nigga." Now watch them dishes. Now I'm getting to a point where, I'm finding the beauty in my scars. And I hope that everyone in here understands the beautiful ass. If you're looking for a miracle, it's a beautiful ass miracle. Your reflection. So I just want to appreciate, I'm so appreciative to be in front of you tonight. I want to say thank you for allowing me to cook.
Yeah.
Again, my name is Mac Woods. Thank you.
Come on now. to make me feel this way. It's no recognition to be who I am. No inhibitions 'cause you understand. Freedom to breathe, oh baby, love is you. Love's like a kiss when the sun goes down. It holds me tight when no one's around. Love is what I wanna hold on to. Love is you. 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 Love is kind, it makes me stronger. I don't have to look no longer. You're the one I cling to. Love is you. When the chips are down, love will stick around. I'm so glad I found love is you. As much as I try to clarify, love's quite simple, it's just love. Definition, love is you. 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 First time that I saw you, boy, it was a warm and sunny day. All I know is I want you. I really want you to look my way. Then you smiled at me so warm and sweet. I could not think. You made me feel like a little bitty girl. What do you do to me? Boy, don't get me wrong. See you later.